It's a small group, so we can keep it a little informal. If you want to pause me at any time, ask questions, feel free. But I just want to give you a brief overview of what our company is about, what we do, and how we're trying to build a good food system here in Rochester. So the Good Food Collective is a great way to get fresh local food year-round. We work with a small network, or a large network of small farmers. Over 60 farmers in the upstate New York area, mostly focused on organic vegetables, sustainably grown fruit, pasture-raised meats, as well as artisanal producers and makers baking fresh bread, roasting coffee, making cheese, and all sorts of other wonderful things. The Good Food Collective is a project of Headwater Food Hub. Headwater Food Hub is located in Ontario. Been building this project for about 10 years, and the idea of Headwater Food Hub and food hubs in general, which is an emerging model across the local food scene across the states right now, is aggregation to allow small farms and medium farms to enter a larger market. So the goal of Headwater Food Hub is to help small, family, sustainable New York farms pool the food that they're growing together, have to do less of the marketing and the sales and all sorts of other activities that farmers often have to do these days, and allow them to stick to farming and enter a slightly bigger and better market. So this is the team that helps do this. We're a passionate group of about 25 people working out of a warehouse in Ontario, come from all sorts of different backgrounds, but all have one thing in common, and that is that we care about good food. We care about the sustainability and the environmental impact of what we're eating, and we want to celebrate the amazing farmers that are growing in this region. We're lucky to live in one of the most fertile, bountiful areas in the country and arguably the world. We're close to 1/5 of the world's fresh water supply, and we feel that the benefits of local food, eating and supporting local food, are some of the strongest and have such amazing ripple effects that I'm sure you guys all are well aware of, but we like to kind of break it down into 4 categories. For us, it starts with the ecological, focusing on farmers whose practices take care of the soil and the land and the air, so mostly organic, sustainable practices, shortening the supply chain so that there's less transportation, less CO2, and reducing waste. Food waste is a huge problem, both at the growing level, at the distribution level, and ultimately with the consumer. Economic, the impacts of local food are enormous. In Rochester, about $500 million gets spent on food every year, and right now, that's about 1% to 2% of that money is spent on food that's locally produced. So we feel that with the amazing farmers in this area, there's no reason that number couldn't be 10 to 15%, which would represent over $50 million reinvested locally, and that would be without any grand initiative or change or infrastructure. With some planning and some long-term investments, we'd love to see this area of New York supporting closer to 40 to 50% of those dollars staying in local food. We feel that food is a strongly social business. We work on a relationship basis with all of our farmers, the chefs and the members and the people in the community that we serve, and we feel that food is a strong way to hold communities together. And ultimately, it's the health of those communities and the individuals in those communities that is most important and most impacted by eating real, whole, nutrient-dense, seasonal foods. So as I mentioned, our farmers stretch across upstate New York, mostly concentrated within about 100 miles of Rochester, but we do work with a couple growers up in the Adirondacks, stretching over towards Buffalo and down into the Hudson Valley a little bit as well. And we work hard with those farmers year-round to not only understand, but help convey and build out the availability of what is available year-round. Because oftentimes people think of local food as very seasonal and only available in summer markets. When in fact, you can see probably can't see on this somewhat cramped screen, but this is sort of our take on the classic crop calendar that we work with our farmers every year to update. And then we're working with local processors, people who are flash freezing, chopping and washing and jarring and canning and pickling and saucing and all of that to fill in those lines. And then working with people raising animals and making cheese and shelf-stable items to really think about what is year-round local eating and how people do that in a way that is enjoyable, delicious, and supports good farmers year-round. So the Good Food Collective program is well known for our weekly veggie box. We brought one here today. Just to give you a sense, this is Jacalyn, let me borrow hers. Everyone at the Good Food Collective takes home a share every week. So these are some examples. Every week it's a different mix of fresh veggies from a network of farms. And that's
what are those vegetables right there?
So this is head lettuce. So we've got some, this is some butter lettuce and some curly lettuce. We've got some green kale. First butternut squash of the season. It's actually extra, so Brussels sprouts are coming soon. Carrots, peppers, zucchinis, tomatoes, a bunch of fingerling potatoes, rosemary, a bunch of apples, plums. So you can get an idea. Every week it's a different variety, and this is kind of the main thing that we do. But we do a whole lot of other things. And so a lot of people participate with a weekly subscription, or they can order one thing at a time. Often people ask, okay, that seems like a lot of food. Should we offer a smaller size? We do, and we have a pretty flexible membership that allows people to get a weekly box or a monthly box or just a one-time thing. And we are also excited to be launching a custom share program, so allowing people online to pick out what goes into their box before it arrives, and then we turn around and tell our farmers who are harvesting just that right amount of items, and we deliver it to you. In addition to veggies, we do offer a number of other shares and things you can subscribe to on a weekly basis or monthly, whether that's grass-fed beef or animal welfare-approved eggs, locally roasted coffee, fresh baked bread, locally made cheeses, fresh mushrooms, a whole variety of interesting things. And then we have what we like to refer to as sort of an online farmers market, where you can order kombucha, salsa, butter, honey, jam, sauces, polenta, all sorts of different things made locally, again, by small producers. And we like to make sure that our members are well informed and get the information about the food that they're eating and what to do with it. So along with this box, you would always get an email with what farmers grew each thing, what type of vegetables they are, some recipe ideas for each item in the box, and some inspiration. And similarly, would always let our members know what's coming in future weeks, so we send out weekly forecasts from our farmers. We're planning with our farmers on a year-round basis, so we have crop planning meetings throughout the year to plan what they'll be growing for our members, and we have commitments to those farmers, so whenever that crop is ready, that becomes part of the share. And we deliver in 3 main ways. So we do have community distributions, which is sort of like a pop-up market. Mostly people have pre-ordered what they're picking up, but we do sell some things on the spot. We've got 4 different locations on a weekly basis. The workplace and partner site delivery, those are scattered all over greater Rochester area. Those are drop-off sites where we're dropping off a similar share to this in cardboard boxes, and any of the things someone might order off the market in an insulated bag. And so those range from private workplaces to churches to gyms to community centers, and we're just looking for a spot where there would be a minimum of 10 people to participate. And then we do offer some home delivery as well. So just to give you an example, this is on our website. These are some of our drop-off locations, the little green dots that you see on the screen there. And so anyone can go on, sign up for a weekly share of some kind, or just browse the market and get their delivery sent to one of those locations. That is the Good Food Collective program. shares page, so you can pick your schedule and which things you want. There's a large veggie box, or a small, or fruit, or something else. So that's the Good Food Collective program. I did also mention Headwater. I don't have too much here in the slides, but I can just tell you briefly, working with that same network of farms, Headwater Food Hub is supplying local restaurants like Good Luck and Lento with amazing farm fresh foods, but also increasingly institutions. The U of R has been a partner increasing their local food buying, but we are doing our best to push into K-12s and other places that really do need fresh local foods, and thankfully too some legislation has some reason to push in that direction as well. So that is what we're about. Happy to answer any questions. Jacalyn as well, and there's some more information in front of you. I appreciate your time.
Questions?
I happen to wonder, do you happen to have any need for more local raw honey?
I don't believe so right now.
Okay. Yeah, I'll produce it.
Nice.
I think it's a great idea, but I have to cook it that way. No, I think it's a wonderful idea, you know, to be able to get all this fresh stuff, be able to go to a certain place to pick it up and like that. And I think I will spread the word to a couple of other committees that I go to, so.
Yeah, if you guys have any ideas of locations that you think might make sense, feel free to pass them along to us.
Do you work directly with any local farmers markets?
Not current. Well, yes, we do have a drop off at the Southwest. I go to the monthly markets meeting. We actually were started out of, so Chris Hartman founded the Good Food Collective, started the Southwest Market and the ones involved in other markets. And we started out of markets, but we have since kind of moved away from that, and we currently aren't at any other markets other than the South Wedge, but we're open to it.
You said that your warehouse is in Ontario. Do you have any continuing activity in the Flint Street area?
No.
I believe several years back, Chris was a bit interested in the Flint Street area, but I've heard nothing in the last 5 years about it.
Oh, okay. Like the refinery building?
There have been some refrigeration capabilities at the Flint Street, 920 Exchange Street area.
Yep. So that's, I know Small World has taken over that, and Luke, who's not really part of Small World anymore, but that's still something we talked to him about, and we may at one point rent some cooler space from him there or do some kind of collaborative project, but as of right now, the location out in Ontario is really convenient for a lot of our farmers, and then our trucks are driving around Rochester and through the Finger Lakes throughout the week, so it hasn't yet come to pass, but that would be an awesome thing if it worked out. I do know one way we've collaborated, it was kind of a new model with the Westside Farmers Market this year. Jackie was ordering through the wholesale website, so ordering like a restaurant might, to have some items for sale at the market tent. So that's one way we're open to, we want to be sensitive to any place where we might feel like a direct competition to farmers, because that's definitely not our intention. So that's another way we're interested in participating in markets.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ryan and Jacalyn. You can check out thegoodfoodcollective.com online, and it'll give you all the information you need to sign up if you'd like. Thank you very much.